Hello. So if you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be basically installing an oil pan heater on my Subaru Forester 98 STB. This guy's an import, and I live in Canada, so we have cold winters, and you got to winterize your car a little bit. Now, basically all it does is it heats your oil pan and just makes it easier to start the car. Makes it a little bit easier on the car. So yeah, basically I've got the heater here. This is the one that I bought, Temro. Basically it's just a sticky thing that you glue to the oil pan. It's got like a nice cord on here and it ends just in a normal plug. So what you do is you have to expose your oil pan in the bottom of your car. You plug this thing in the wall for like 2 or 3 seconds, heats it up, stick it on there. There'll be a bunch of goop that you have to scrape off. And then I think you plug it in one more time, scrape more goop. And then there's this tube here of sealant that you have to, I guess you're supposed to like put it around the edges of this thing to make it weatherproof. I have a skid plate on the bottom of my car, so I'm not super worried about it. But, you know, everything helps. So I guess I'll give you a quick show of my car. I've already jacked it up a little bit here. Obviously, the higher you can jack it up, the easier your life is going to be. So definitely give that a go. I'm working, you can tell it's middle of winter here. I guess it's pretty dark out here. Probably about 10 at night or something like that on a weekday. I don't know why I'm doing this right now, but whatever. So I guess the way you start off is by taking off any skid plate you might have. So let's get under here. Yeah, so my skid plate's still on. I've taken off a couple bolts, but I'm just gonna take it off the rest of the way. I like to jack it right in the middle there, and obviously the higher you can jack it, the better. So I got a bolt in there. I think there's one over on the other side that I got to take off, and then 2 in the back. So I'll leave you guys to watch while I take those off the rest of the way, I guess. See if we can get this thing to stand up and have a decent angle. Maybe like that. All right, let's see what we can do. Sweet. All right. So this is what it looks like here on underneath. That black. Here, let me see if I can get the light better. It's that black pan there, be the oil pan. So I guess the next step is going to be to clean it. Looks like there's 2 bolts I may have missed in the back, so I'm just going to leave those on because it just makes it easier than having to take this thing off. All right, so I'm calling it here. I'm probably going to knock the camera at some point. When I do, don't worry about it. I'll fix it back up. See, that didn't take too long. So I'll show you how grimy that is. Nice and dirty. But this is now nice and clean. So next, we just need to wait for this to dry a little bit. I'm gonna go get another piece of paper towel just to wipe it off, and then I'll let it dry for a few minutes and then we'll go on the next step. Okay, so that's dried off. Got everything we need for the next piece here. So I'm gonna basically turn this over. I'm gonna peel the sticky off the back. Some kind of 3M stuff, that's fine. Let's see if I can get it going one-handed here. It's probably not gonna be easy. Oh, there we go. Awesome, okay. So that's what it looks like. It's all nice and shiny. Now what the instructions say is to plug it in for 3 to 5 seconds, let it warm up, and then we're gonna stick it right on. After I've done that, I guess I'll try and set the camera up so you can watch me. And then I'll stick her on. It's not exactly flat, which is what it says is the best, but you know, life's hard. So we're just gonna have to go for it. This is gonna be a little bit in the way of my skid plate, but not too bad. It's got some insulation in there, so it shouldn't cause any issues, I don't think. I'll keep an eye on it the first few times I plug it in. Anyway, before any dirt and crap gets on here, let's plug her in. Bring an extension cord over here. I guess I'll have to try and hold the camera with my leg here or something. There we go. Get the mic out of the way. There, that shouldn't go anywhere. Make sure you take that stuff off. 1, 2, 3. You can see it's moved a little bit there, which I can tell it's heating up. Heat it up a little bit extra. That should be good. Okay. It's nice and stuck. Okay, so the next step. All right, so now I'm going to be just plugging it back in again for 5 seconds or so to let it heat up. We're going to see if any goop comes out. All right, so in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, it's unplugged again. Just going to use this first because I don't want to wreck my hands on accident here by burning them. Not really seeing any goop here. So let's do another 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we can see a little bit of smoke coming off of it, which is fine. It's installed. Now the only thing left is to put the adhesive on. I'm just going to use my finger to do this. If you're ever worried you're doing it wrong, just remember, they make this stuff for retards like me. Oh, come on. Let's go. I want to get a little bit more at the back there. Drop top. and they give you way too much, so you can keep the rest of this for some other project. No big deal. Anyway, basically all that's left now is to put the skid plate back on. So that's it. Thanks for checking out the guide. Hopefully yours goes just as easily. Take it easy. Oj, jag som mina sa.